And when we're ready, we're going to start laying on our mat today. We're going to work through some torso rotations to start. Just make sure you've got your little hand weights nice and close by, because we will reach over and grab them at some point. When we're ready, we're going to come all the way down onto our left-hand side. We're going to bend our arm. We're going to lay down on our forearm. So I'm just popping on a little timer here. All right, so we're going to interlace both fingers behind the back of our head, and we're going to stack our elbows on top of one another, lifting up through our side waist, up and away from the mat underneath us. It's an inhale to prepare here, and on the exhale, let's go ahead and take that top elbow all the way to the back of the room, following that elbow with your eyes to get a nice rotation through that torso here. Good. On that exhale breath, start to lift that elbow all the way up and over to stack it back on top of the other. Good. Give me another one just like this. It's an inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, start to slowly open up through that top elbow. Trying to get a little bit further this time if you can. Beautiful. Inhale here to prepare. And on that exhale breath, slowly twisting all the way back to the start. Beautiful. Last one here. It's an inhale. On the exhale breath, we're going to open up through that top elbow. And let's go ahead and hold it here now. Beautiful. Can you try and twist that little bit more? Maybe get that elbow a little bit closer down to the floor. Big inhale breath. And on the exhale, let's start to take that elbow all the way up and over, back over to stack on top of the left. Reach forward now and grab, or reach wherever it is that you've got those cans or hand weights placed. We're going to go ahead and take this now into a long arm, and we're going to take the hand weight with us. So it's an inhale to prepare, and on that exhale breath, let's go ahead and take that hand all the way up and over, all the way to the back, so that that long arm is hovering just off the floor. An inhale breath here, and on that exhale, start to lift that can all the way up and over, back to that start position. Good. It's one more just like this, up and over. Good. Looking at that weight the whole time, holding it here now. Good. We're not going anywhere just yet. Let's go ahead and lift and lower that can. Just a few inches in each direction. Beautiful. Here just for another 5. For 3, 2, 1. Lifting that can all the way up and over. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into a round of side planks. So I'll get you to just pop yourself up onto that elbow. Beautiful. And when we're ready, we're going to flare through those ribs. So we're going to allow those ribs to really flare down towards the mat underneath you. Good. And then press that top hip away to lift up and away from the mat through that side waist. Good. It's lowering that whole side body down towards the mat here. Good. And then push that top hip away to lift through that side waist. Good. Beautiful. It's an inhale to flare those ribs towards the mat, and it's an exhale to lift them up and away. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take our top leg long now. We'll continue to work through this rib flare, being mindful that we will have reduced our range a little bit here. Beautiful. The next time we push that top hip away, let's hold it here. Good. We're going to go ahead and press into the elbow that's on the mat here, lifting those hips all the way up. Good. And then melting all the way back down into the mat. The bottom leg stays bent here the whole time. It's a press through that forearm on the mat to lift and lower all the way back down. Beautiful. Keep on working through this today, team. It's a lift and a lower. If you'd like to add on, go ahead and grab that weight and extend that arm up towards the ceiling here. Good. You can absolutely do this weight free as well. Or if you'd like, you can keep that hand on that top hip here the whole time. Beautiful. If you'd like to add on further, let's go ahead and take this bottom leg long so that we can work through a side plank. The bottom leg is going to go towards the back of the mat and the top leg is going to go slightly in front so that you've got a staggered stance. Good. Pressing into that elbow underneath you. Lift those hips all the way up. Beautiful. Lower back down. It's an inhale to prepare and an exhale to press into that forearm, lift the hips up nice and high, and then slowly melt back into the mat. Beautiful. Give me another 2 just like this. Pressing through those hips and lowering back down. Beautiful. The next time you press those hips up nice and high, can we hold it there? Beautiful. It's a static hold here. Maybe you'd want to add in a little arm wave. So we're going to wave that arm down in front of the shoulder and all the way up. Good. It's an inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Good. Inhale to sweep forward, exhale to lift. Here just for another 5 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Good. The next time you take that hand up to the ceiling, hold it there. Good. Can you give me tiny little pulses up through the hips, lifting them up a little bit higher each time. Good for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. That is spicy on that shoulder, I know. We're going to flip over. We're going to grab both of those weights now and we're going to lay all the way down on our back. All right, so when we're ready to start, we'll just keep our feet flat on the mat. We're just going to work through some arm circles. So holding those hand weights in your hands, let's flip the palms up to the ceiling now. Keeping those hands and arms hovering slightly off the floor the whole time. Let's go ahead and circle those arms all the way up and over our head. Beautiful. Thumbs should be touching at the top. Inhale, breath here, and on the exhale, let's circle those arms nice and wide right down back by our side. So we're making like a snow angel here. All the way up with those hands, thumbs touch at the top, and then all the way down, pinkies touching our sides. Beautiful. Nice work, team. The next time we've got those hands up overhead, our thumbs are touching, let's hold it there. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lift our arms up in front of us, all the way down towards our hips, to then circle out wide back overhead. Good. Let's go ahead and take those hands up and over to circle out nice and wide. Good. We're just going to stay here for another 2 reps. Good. The next time you sweep those hands up and over to your hips, hold it there. Good. We're going to lift straight up towards the ceiling, straight up overhead, and then we'll circle them out wide and down by our sides. Good. We're taking that circle now in the opposite direction. Good. Cycling that breath all the way in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more here. Good. The next time those hands are down by your side, keep it there. We're going to go and float both feet up to tabletop now. Extend both hands up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take one hand out to the side. So we're going to open out through our left arm, hovering that arm off the mat slightly, and then return back to the start position. Beautiful. Alternating which hand we move each time, taking out the opposite hand, lifting it back up in front of our chest. Good. It's an alternating arm wave, just taking a single arm out to the side at a time. Beautiful. If this is feeling good for you today and you'd like to add on, let's go ahead and take our opposite leg extended towards the edge of the mat and then lift it back to tabletop when the hand comes back in front. Beautiful. It's an inhale to send it long and exhale to bring it back in front of your chest. A few more little layers to add on here if you'd like to take them. If this is feeling good in your body today and you'd like to take this to a double arm, let's go ahead on the next one. We're going to keep working through a single leg, but let's take both hands out to the side now. Good. Cycling that breath, inhaling to extend, exhale to lift. Nice work, team. Last little add-on if we'd like to take it. It's a double leg extension. Good. Everything goes out long. Everything comes back into reset. Beautiful. When those legs are long, making sure that our lower back is pressed into the mat the whole time. So only go as low as you can keep that low back pressed. Beautiful. Here just for another 5 seconds. The next time those hands and legs go long, let's hold it there. Beautiful. Can you start to kick those legs? We're going to swim these legs today. Beautiful. For another 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into your chest. Give them a quick little cuddle. Nice work, everyone. We are going to add on from here. We're going to lift up and over straight onto the other side to work through those torso rotations, laying on our right-hand side now. Again, keeping those weights nice and close so that you're able to reach for them at a moment's notice. And when we're ready, we'll interlace both hands behind our head and we're going to come into this sideline position with our elbows stacked in front of our face. It's an inhale to prepare here, and on that exhale breath, let's lift up and over with that top elbow. All the way to the back of the room. The eye gaze goes with that elbow. Good, nice big inhale breath here at the back. And on that exhale, start to lift that elbow up and over to stack it back on top of the right. It's an inhale to prep here. And on the exhale, lift up and over. Nice work, team. Thinking about keeping your knees stacked here as you're rotating through your upper back. And on that exhale, lifting up and over. One more just like this. We're going to hold it at the back this time, lifting all the way up and over. Good. It's a static hold here. Maybe you can try and get that elbow further towards that floor. Twisting that upper back for another 3, 2, lifting that elbow all the way up and over. Beautiful. From here, grabbing onto that hand weight, and we're going to extend the arm out in front. The hand should be in line with the shoulder to start. It's an inhale to prepare here, and on that exhale breath, exactly the same like before, lifting up and over, taking that eye gaze with that hand, letting that hand hover just an inch off the mat at the back. And on that exhale breath, lifting up and over to reset back at the front. Good. 2 more just like this. All the way up and over on that exhale. Beautiful. Holding here at the back just for a few seconds. And on that next exhale, start to reach that hand all the way up and over for the last one here. On that exhale breath, all the way up. Good. Holding it at the back now. It's a static hold here. Or if we did it on the other side, let's go ahead and lift and lower that arm just an inch or 2 off the floor for another 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, lifting all the way up and over through that arm. Perfect. Like we did on the other side, let's prop ourselves up onto the elbow now. Ready to work through these rib cage flares on this side. So lifting up and out of the side waist to start, we're pressing into that elbow that's on the floor. And now we're going to flare the ribs down towards the mat. Good. bringing that hip up towards your top rib cage. And then let's push that hip away to lift up through that side waist. Good. It's a melt into the mat and then a press to lift away. It's a little movement here, so don't worry if it feels like you're almost doing nothing. That's normal. We'll go ahead and extend that top leg now and continue to work through these. Just another 2. 1. Good. The next time you push that hip away, can you start to lift all the way up into that side plank and then lower all the way back down? Maybe reset that position if it didn't feel quite right in your body, lifting all the way up and lowering down. Beautiful. If at any stage there's too much tension in your neck, just look down towards that mat and just keep your eye gaze looking down the whole time. Beautiful. We can go ahead and lift that top hand with an optional weight and continue to work through these lift and lowers. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good. If you took it on the other side, let's go ahead and change this into a full plank. Our back leg is to the back of the mat. Our front foot is in front. And we're going to press through that forearm and lift our hips all the way up. It's an inhale to lower and an exhale to press through that forearm and lift. Nice work. Here just for another 5. In 3, hold it up. 2, 1, lifting all the way up and holding. Let's go ahead and wave that arm forward and lift it up to the ceiling. It's a lower and a lift. It's an inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Beautiful work, team. 5 more seconds here. The next time that can's up towards the ceiling, let's hold it there. Can you give me a tiny lift and lowers through those hips? Can you lift those hips any higher? Good. Just for another 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Coming up onto your knees. Let's just roll out those shoulders quickly. Whew. Nice work, team. When we're ready, we're going to move on. Bring our weights along for the ride. We're going to come all the way up into a standing position now. Whew. Beautiful. Our hands, we're holding both of our weights in our hands. Let's go ahead and extend our arms out in front. Our palms are facing up, so pinkies kind of touching. Beautiful. Let's open those hands out to the letter T. Good, and sweep them back in front of our shoulders. Good, it's an exhale to open and inhale to sweep them back in front of your chest. Beautiful. Start to cycle this breath, inhaling to reach forward, exhaling to send it out to the side. Nice work. The next time we take those arms out to the side, can we hold it here? Can you give me one little pump to the back and then sweep them in front? Good. Open all the way out to the letter T, little pump to the back, and then bring it all the way back in front. Beautiful. It's like a little pulse. Beautiful. Just making sure we're pulsing to the back of the room, yeah? This is what we're doing. Opening all the way out to a letter T. It's one more little pulse, and then sweep it back in front. Five more seconds here. Good. Let's start to add in a chest lift. So we're going to start to flare through the chest to open through those weights. So we're going to look up to the ceiling to open the weights to the letter T. And when they sweep back in front, rounding through the back of the t-shirt. Good. It's a lift through the eye gaze to open. Look at your belly button to bring the cans back in front. Good. Maybe a slight bend through the knee here if you need to. We're just flaring through the ribs here. Nice. Beautiful work. In 3 seconds, when you open those hands out to the side, the next time they go wide, let's hold it there. Good. We're pulsing those cans to the back of the room. Good. Pulsing it back. Keeping those cans up in line with the shoulders here for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Bring them all the way down. Quick circle through those shoulders. Ready to take them straight back out to the side. Beautiful. Hands are going to stay here to start. Let's go ahead and lift through one knee to go for a knee drive. Good. And place it back down onto the mat. Alternating which knee lifts each rep. We're working through single leg knee drives here with our hands out to the side. Good. Can you lift those hands up any higher, up in line with those shoulders? Good. Let's start to use these arms now. Each time your knee lifts in front, can you bring those cans together? Good. And then open out wide to step your feet together. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale to stamp. Good. If at any stage you need to lose the weights, drop them down and continue working through this with no hand weights. Beautiful. Here just for another 5 seconds. In 3, hold it down to 1. Hold it here with your feet together. Our hands are circling. Tiny little circles with those hands here. Beautiful. Cycling that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. For another 3, 2, 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll take it back the other way. Beautiful work. Just leave him, Gus. Don't worry about it, mate. Here just for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Drop them down. Do what you need to do here. If you need to have a quick sip of water, feel free to do so, but we are on our final couple of exercises here, team. Go ahead and pick those weights straight back up. We're going to go into a lunge position. So find yourself facing towards one side of the room. Step your right foot back for me to find yourself in an arabesque lunge. It's a straight back leg here. We're just going to lift our straight arms and sweep them back down by our side. Good. It's a lift up in line with the hip and then float them back towards the mat. Exhale to lift. Inhale to sweep back down to the mat. Beautiful. Here just for another 5 seconds. We're going to move this into a scooter and a tricep extension. Good. The next time those cans are swept down towards the mat, let's hold it here. Beautiful. Can you step your back foot in to meet your front and bring your cans towards your shoulders? Good. And then send it long, taking the cans with it. Beautiful. It's a tap with the foot, then send it long. Good. Can you get any deeper through that left leg? Bending that knee any further here. Beautiful. For another 5. In 3, meet me with that lunge. 2, 1, hold it here. Good. From here, we're going to float our right hand up, keeping our left hand down by our side. Good. And then we're going to change which arm is lifted here. Good. We're going to alternate and sweep our arms up and down. Beautiful. Keeping a nice deep bend through that left leg. Good. Can you start to take your eye gaze with that low arm, looking towards that hand as it sweeps behind you? Beautiful. Here just for another 5 seconds. For 3, 2, 1. Bit of a balance challenge there. Stand all the way up, facing towards the front. We're just going to work through those teeny tiny arm circles here. Good. Making sure to cycle that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's take it the other direction. Whatever direction you were just going in, take it back the other way. For another 3, 2, 1. Nice work, team. Let's go ahead and do that whole thing on the other side. We are on our final exercise here. When you're ready, it's a step back with that left foot to find ourselves in an arabesque lunge. It's a straight line from the tip of our head all the way down to our toes if we can. Both arms are straight down by our side, holding onto those cans. Let's go ahead and sweep both hands back in line with our hips and then float them back down towards the mat. Beautiful. It's a sweep and a lower. Good. It's an exhale to sweep those cans up behind you and an inhale to lower. Good. Really think about pinning those shoulder blades together as you sweep those cans up behind you. Nice work. In 5 seconds, we're going to add on. In 3, 2, 1. When those cans sweep down by our side towards the mat, let's go ahead and tap our left foot into our right and bring our cans up towards our shoulders. Good. It's a tricep extension and a scooter through the back leg. Can we bend any further into this right knee here, keeping nice and low as we move through this scooter and tricep extension? Good. Really thinking about keeping that weight in the right foot here the whole time. Perfect. Here just for another 3, 2, hold the lunge all the way out. 1. Good. It's a swing forward through the left arm to start. And then alternate which hand is lifted. Good. One hand's down by our side, the other is lifted. And let's start to look at that lower arm that's sweeping down by our side. Excuse me while I try not to fall over here this morning. Good. Can you hold any more of that weight in your right foot as you're working through this? Beautiful, team. Here just for another 3 seconds. 2, 1. Sweep it all the way up. Stand yourself all the way up. Run those legs out. Well done. That is all I have for you today. Let's just go ahead and circle those hands all the way up. Interlace our fingers at the top and press our hands all the way up. Nice big inhale breath here. Good. And then maybe reach both hands over to the side here to take a nice big stretch down your side body. And on that exhale, up and over to the other side. Beautiful. One last little stretch. Let's go ahead and send our head all the way down to the mat. Maybe letting go of those fingers. Grabbing onto your legs to pull your body in for an extra stretch here. And when you're ready, slowly lifting and peeling your body all the way back up to standing. Well done, everyone. That was a nice feel-good workout on this Wednesday morning. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, questions, comments, feedback, I'm all ears. But I'll leave it there. Love you all.